Guys, I really want to say we're coming straight from Botanical Gardens. However, as you can see, I'm at the construction site, essentially walking through an alleyway. Yeah, I was kind of getting nervous actually when the Yandex was coming this way because it didn't look like there was going to be much of anything over here. I was just seeing the construction of high rises and just kind of desolate places. So I'm gonna just be walking up this area just a little bit here and see if I can get any sense of where I'm supposed to be going, because it seems like the botanical garden is in the center laws here of what I'll be able to get away with. Yeah, so that building right here seems like it's the main botanical place. I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to get over there through this area, but that's Yerevan for you. This is what happens in this part of the world. You try using modern day technology and it just doesn't take you to where you need to be. But it seems like this botanical garden is actually quite recent. You can see between like the dead brush and stuff, the grass, it seems like they're making new roads, new pathways over here. So it might be a fairly new place. Potentially the park seems to be quite new. So we are, and it seems like there's a wall all the way up here. So I don't actually think we'll be able to make it to the botanical gardens from this area. I'm gonna go around and hopefully we'll be able to, hopefully we'll get some type of entrance into here. But yeah, I'll catch back. Okay, so we found an official entrance. It was just a 10-minute walk, but we got our ticket for the botanical gardens. Now it seems like this place is still a work in progress. As I was walking towards the entrance, they were still laying bricks down on new pathways. It seems like they're putting in new drainage systems on the the exterior part. But yeah, I think that even though this place is still in development, I truly did choose a beautiful day to come and explore this place. Now, see over here, there are a lot of new baby trees growing. There's even babies crying. But so far, it just seems before we even get to the main part of the botanical gardens, it just seems like a pleasant area, a nice place to have a jog or run. Anyway, I digress. So let me tell you guys what drove me to come out here in the first place. So I'm saying I haven't actually really gone into much detail of the place I'm staying at and/or hotel. And apparently it's a 4-star hotel, but I booked it through Hostel World. I didn't, I was like, who's giving out these stars? I think it's the Armenian hotel council or whatever that has awarded these 4 stars. But let me tell you guys, it is not a 4-star place whatsoever. I don't want to be too much of a dick on them because it is an affordable place. So it has the first 3 levels are hotels, and then on the top floor, the 4th floor, is where all of the hostel bunks are. And so I'm a second-class citizen in this hotel in more ways than one. So there's black mold growing on the ceiling of the men's showers. Only the men's, they hate us. And not to mention today, well, actually, let me mention yesterday, we ran out of power for a few minutes. Someone who had been staying there longer than I said last week, the power was out for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Again, 4-star hotel, 4-star hotel. But yeah, no, today, I don't know why I'm trying to jump forward to today already, because there's still some tea of what happened last night. So last night, we ran out of water. Apparently, they don't have a sewer system, a water system in Yerevan, or at least in the place that we're staying at. So they rely on these huge water tanks on the top of the hill or something to be refilled, and then, water drains down. Now, we were out of water. There's a little bit of water pressure on the first floor, but at the very top on the 4th floor, we had no water. We couldn't take showers, couldn't brush our teeth with running water. It was inconvenient, but, they said that it would be back up running around 10 a.m. this morning. And for the most part, that was true. I woke up around 10 and I took a shower. I wanted to stay in bed a little bit longer, but something was telling me Ricky, it's better for you to start the day off now and you won't regret it. And I was like, okay, Ricky, you make a good point. So I go and, I rinsed all the soap off of me. I was able to even wash my hair. That's why it looks so good. But right when I was wanting to have, your natural 1-2 more minute last bit under the water before drying off, the shower just cuts off right then and there. And so I was like, oh shit. This is not a good sign. I go downstairs after drying off. I'm getting ready for today. And they didn't know what was happening. The same maintenance crew that I've been seeing there for the past couple of days seems to be nonstop working, but also not very effective, clearly. And then later we found out through my mate Pasha, who's staying there, that the water is not going to be back on until the evening of today. So that really means there's no water. They have water jugs that they put in the bathrooms and the toilet stalls, but seriously, like, I just didn't want to be in there. And every time I had to like go to the toilet or if I had to take a shit or something like that, you couldn't flush it. They are cleaning it up. I feel so bad for the staff because they don't get paid enough to literally put their hands in a toilet bowl and pick out the shit. But that's what's going on here. That's what they are having to do. Anyway, so I just thought it was better for me just to get out of the way of everything and go explore a part of Yerevan that I haven't really seen many YouTubers do. So we have reached our first part this year. I don't know what to expect. I think that I'm just gonna turn off the camera here and just like show you guys around. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Wow, this is so beautiful. Sorry. I'll try not to I won't get you guys into the shot. But wow. Yes, huh? I think they were just asking if I had a ticket, but wow. I don't know. I don't speak Armenian. I don't speak Russian, but wow, look at this place. Very beautiful.
Sorry. In photo,
So they were just, another woman came up to me and just was checking out if I had permission to be in here, but I was just I thought you could just go in here, but let's just continue on because I don't want to be in here anymore. Oh, damn. Okay, so we're leaving that place. Listen, it's really difficult, honestly, as a traveler, especially as a person of color, a black man, a tall, big old black man who just sticks out like a sore thumb. You know, I don't know. I get a lot of looks when I've been walking around Armenia, Yerevan specifically, and I try not to make it a big deal. Like, I haven't really had any like bad encounters per se, you know, but this is like an ethnic majority country. There's really barely any diversity here. I think the amount of black people I've seen here, I can, count on one hand. And so when dealing with people like that, who there is a language barrier, and then they don't have like, they're not like Americans where when they smile and they're just like, oh, I don't mean to inconvenience you, I just want to check, blah, blah, blah. It's not any of that. So it's it gives off a bit more hostile attitude. Honestly, after the second woman coming up to me and stuff, I was like, I don't really want to deal with this at all. So I haven't really gone into much detail about, what it's like for someone with my identity to be here, especially someone who, I don't know. So but I'm not letting this dictate anything. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Yerevan. Love the way they say that. Sorry, I'm going to be annoying, but I love how they say Yerevan. But yeah, I'm just going to take some more looking around. Oh, let me show you guys these fountains. So Yerevan has over 2,700 fountains like this. All great fresh water. See. Hey. Delicious. So, yeah, I'm going to go into the main glass complex and just do some more exploring. I don't know if this would be the entrance there. Seems like everything's in Armenian, which makes sense. So it doesn't seem like this is the entrance, but this is a little botanical museum here. And it has all the different flora here, too. Hello. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yes. Where are you from?
I'm from California.
California.
Mhm.
Very pleasure. Up the stairs on the second floor of Puzzle Museum.
Museum. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay. So I'm glad that she came out here and told me that there's more stuff upstairs, because I was like, oh, that's just a single lobby entry is the museum. But she was very nice. She smiled and made it feel like I wasn't like bothering her, which is how I feel at the hotel. So paleo time in Armenia. Some fossils here. I don't know which fossils these are, but it seems pretty cool. Wait, are these manatees? So cool. Wow. If anyone knows how to read or speak Armenian. Oh, there it is. It has in English at the top. Utricularia. I don't know. This is a lot. Okay. So yeah, more fossils. Interesting. The funny thing is I do have a stabilizer, but I have not yet figured out how to make it work. So you guys are going to have a little bit of a shaky experience, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to keep a steady hand. Yeah, this seems interesting. I have no idea who this man is. Some old books. What is this? This is not. It kind of looked like a dodo, but it's not. It's an unknown origin fossil. So apparently this bird existed in some point, but not enough for there to be an identifier of what it was. Kind of looks like, is it just me, guys? It kind of looks like a turkey and a pigeon or a dove, maybe. That's definitely a duck, right? Again, solid Armenian. Okay, here we go. Institute of Botany and Nasra. Department of Systematics and Geography of Higher Plants. I won't go into too much there, but in 1850s, geologist Otto Hermann von Albisch has collected and studied first fossil plants from territory of Armenia, north slopes of Mountain Ararat. That's a big mountain where all of the mythology of Noah's Ark is. Okay, so basically they found most of these fossils in or around this ancient mountain that I will put a picture right now. What is this guy? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so I think that's it for the museum. So let's go to the botanical part. Actually, before we leave, I had to comment on this. So horsetail and ferns are very common species, obviously, but where I'm from, they are everywhere. And what I learned here is there's 30 to 32 types of Hibiscus species of these horsetails. And apparently, right over here, it says there are 5 species in Armenia that are considered living fossils. And you can basically find these plants everywhere except for Australia and New Zealand. I think that's just so interesting. Okay, guys, so this right here, I believe, is the main botanical garden installation just around the corner. I'm gonna head in, see what's up. Hopefully the reception is better than the little greenhouse that we were in earlier. So I forgot to mention this. When I first came into the park, there is a 500 Armenian dram entry, which is very little. I think it's only like $1 or $2. And then for this place, the main botanical part of the garden, apparently there's another fee, but it's actually less. It's actually less than the entrance just into the park in general. It only cost me about 300 Armenian dram, which I thought was really, again, I'm a Westerner with USD to spend. I really don't mind anything. I really don't mind those extra quote unquote cost and expenses because it really seems like they're trying to do something new here, trying to revitalize this part of Yerevan with plants and, learning teaching the public about the national and natural flora here. I wonder if they will ever get to the point where they can do fauna as well. But yeah, so it seems like in the main complex, we have this thing right here, but then what wraps around it is what we're currently walking in right now. Walk around, and I'm going to do a quick time lapse so you can get a sense of everything here in the botanical gardens here in Yerevan. So it looks like not all of it will wrap around. Well, technically the structure wraps around, but I believe that they're still working on it. That's kind of actually cool in a way because we're able to see this place before it's really at its peak. It's still a work in progress. It's still being developed, but we love to see it. We love to see it, even though there's not much to see here in the botanical gardens. But hey, now we have reached the center, the heart of the botanical garden. So come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. All right. Wow. I don't know what this vine is, but This would be a great place to film something along like post, what is it? Like, not post-pandemic, even though that's literally what it is right now. Post-apocalyptic place. Oh, look at the fish. I'm going to be really careful and not like put my camera too much over here because Lord knows what could happen. Hey guy, how you doing? Oh, they're coming over to me. Sorry guys, I don't have no food for you. Okay, so there's a stairwell that presumably takes you all the way up. I really doubt that I would be able to go up there. Yeah, but hey, this is a nice little adventure. Maybe when I come back to Yerevan, that I'll be able to see what this place is actually able to turn into. But I really like this greenhouse. It's beautiful, very beautiful. But yeah, let's head out through these doors. I don't know if there's anything else to see, but we'll see. Okay, so that's basically all that we're going to see here. Again, not much, but they're starting something up, and I think it's beautiful to see this. Would I recommend coming here? Not so much. It cost me about 1,600 Armenian dram to get from more or less the city center to here. And there's really not much around this area. The cost itself to actually come through the park and, you know, experience what you experience, like that's only a few dollars. And in that case, yeah, I think it is worth it despite it still being a work in progress. But it's really like if you can get like a cheaper way out here, then maybe you can make an argument for it. But I'm sure by the time that you see this video or would even be able to come check out the botanical gardens here in Yerevan, it'd be a nice like outing. You know, there's not too much nature around, but it's still a lovely park area and there's a lot of, you know, I don't know, I feel like this would be a great place to like take a family, bring the kids, have a picnic and stuff, but nothing too formal, just something a little bit casual and nice. But no, I'm sure that as time goes on, as the years progress, this place will become more and more impressive. And I'm sure soon enough, all the YouTubers who come, influencers who come to Yerevan and to visit will definitely put this place on the map. But in the meantime, it's very simple, very casual. It kind of gives more of a community garden feel rather than like a botanical garden that gives a city international recognition. So yeah, I'm just gonna head out now. And yeah, thank you so much for going on this little day trip excursion through the botanical gardens, hearing my experience. I try to keep the channel lighthearted, so I don't really like to go into all of the stuff that makes me feel a little bit othered, you know, but it's my lived experience, and that's the whole point of this YouTube channel. So if you like this video and you want to see more from me on my travels from Eastern Europe to the East, Southeast Asia, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, peace and love. Bye.